સ્વામિનારાયણ ભગવાનની જય. અક્ષર પુરુષોત્તમ મહારાજની જય. ગુણાતીતાનંદ સ્વામી મહારાજની જય. ભગતજી મહારાજની જય. શાસ્ત્રીજી મહારાજની જય. યોગીજી મહારાજની જય. પ્રમુખ સ્વામી મહારાજની જય. મહંત સ્વામી મહારાજની જય. પ્રમુખ સ્વામી મહારાજ શતાબ્દી મહોત્સવની જય. અક્ષરધામ મહોત્સવની જય. When Ramanand Swami instructed Shiji Maharaj to establish the Swaminarayan Gadi, Shriji Maharaj accepted, but he also asked for two boons from his Guru. One, never shall your devotee have to beg for food. Instead, I will take a begging bowl on his behalf. Two, never shall your devotee have to suffer any worldly pain. Instead, I will tolerate the pain of 1,000,000 scorpion bites in every pore of my body to save him from the pain that was to come. By establishing the Swaminarayan Sampradaya on that day, he established that he was truly Bhakta Vatsal. Bhagwan comes to this earth for the physical, emotional, and spiritual raksha of his bhakto. Shriji Maharaj, he never looked at time, place, situation to care for his devotees, both through physical care and spiritual nourishment. Shriji Maharaj pledged that his presence on earth was only for his devotees. In Vachnamrut Karyani section number 6, શ્રીજી મહારાજે વાત કરી છે કે અમારો દેહ ભક્તને અર્થે શ્રી કૃષ્ણ અર્પણ કર્યો છે. I have completely surrendered my body for the sake of my bhakto. Whether the pain was brought to his devotees by man or even by nature, Shiji Maharaj went above and beyond to save his devotees. There was no shortage of harassment. Many of Shiji Maharaj's Hari Bhaktos, just for accepting the name of Swaminarayan, just for doing bhajan of Swaminarayan, just for making Shriji Maharaj the Ishtadev, look at the harassment they had to go through. The Visnagar Hari Bhakta. Visnagar is a small town in northern Gujarat. Once there was a Janmashtami festival in Agatrai. વિસનગરથી બધા હરિભક્ત આવ્યા હતા. શ્રીજી મહારાજ ઉત્સવ પત્યો પછી એ લોકોને નજીક બોલાવીને પૂછ્યું કે દેશકાળ કેવા છે. At that time, all of the Visnagar Haribhaktas, they couldn't say anything. They were somber, they were sad. શ્રીજી મહારાજે પૂછ્યું કે શું છે? So they told Maharaj about Laldas Subo, the local ruler there in Visnagar, who went above and beyond to harass Shiji Maharaj's Haribhaktos. તાપમાં રાખે, બપોરિયામાં બહિષ્કાર કરે, જેલમાં નાખી દે. While Shiji Maharaj was listening to them, tears started to flow down his eyes. Shiji Maharaj heard this, but he didn't forget. A few months went by, and when Shiji Maharaj was in Garida, one night he was remembering the Visnagar Hari Bhakta, and in the middle of the night, all of a sudden he woke up and he decided કે આ લોકોની રક્ષા કરવા માટે જવું જ પડશે. તો એકલા ઊભા થઈ ત્યાં દરબારમાંથી નિકળ્યા, ગામના આવી રીતે બહાર પહોંચી ગયા. ત્યાં મુલજી બ્રહ્મચારી જાગી ગયા. મુલજી બ્રહ્મચારી woke up and saw કે મહારાજ ક્યાં છે? So he started running to the outside of the town. He saw કે મહારાજ છે. મહારાજને બૂમ પાડી કે મહારાજ તમે પાછા આવો. Maharaj didn't want anyone to get in his way, so he started taking dhurna dhefa, meaning he started taking huge clumps of mati and dirt and just throwing it at Mulji Brahmachari કે તું અહીંથી જતો જ રહે. જો મુલજી બ્રહ્મચારી કીધું કે મારે શું તમને રોકીશ નહીં, મને ભેગા તો લઈ જાઓ. So he took him with him. Shiji Maharaj went all the way to Visnagar by walking. Right now, if we wanted to go from Gadra to Visnagar by car, it would take 4 to 5 hours. Just think about how many days it took Shiji Maharaj to get there. When Shiji Maharaj ત્યાં ગયા, લાલદાસ સુબોને આવી રીતે બધી વાત કરી, સમાધિ કરાવી, સમજાવ્યા અને પછી એમના હરિભક્તની રક્ષા કરી. Another amazing Haribhakt whose raksha Shiji Maharaj had done was Naja Jogia. Naja Jogia had to relocate 2 to 3 times just because he became a Swaminarayan Bhakta. He lived in Lakhanka. From Lakhanka, the local people started to harass him, so he had to go to Badli. બદલીની અંદર પણ એ લોકોને આવી રીતે એને હેરાન કરતા હતા. So from there he went to Boira. And even in Boira, there was a local feudal ruler. His name was Vasur Kachar, the small king in the town. એ એટલો બધો ત્રાસ આપે that one day he gave an ultimatum to Naja Jogia. He said કે જો તારા સ્વામિનારાયણ જો કાલે હાજર ન થાય ને તો તારે દીચન બાગી નાખીશ. Meaning, if your Ishtadev, if your Swaminarayan Bhagwan doesn't come here tomorrow, I'm going to break your knees. Naja Jogia શું કરે? So Naja Jogia just sat in his home and started to do pratna. Started to do Swaminarayan bhajan. Antaryami pane Shiji Maharaj heard his bhajan. He heard his prayers and he leaves for Boida. This time he took Mulji Brahmachari with him. And he took Mulji Brahmachari with him, and then while they were going there, they got to Vadwan. In Vadwan, they had to cross the Bhogava Nadi. And to cross the Bhogava Nadi, there was no boats, there was no other vyavastha. Ele tari ne gaya. He swam across the Nadi. When he got to Boida, he got to the edge of the Gam, and all of the people in the Gam saw that Shiji Maharaj was coming, and they knew why he was coming. But they all warned him કે મહારાજ તમે જતા નહીં, આ વાસુર ખાચરનું કોઈ નક્કી નહીં, એ આવી રીતે નાજા જોગીને હેરાન કરે છે, પણ તમને શું કરી નાખશે? Shiji Maharaj was not afraid of anyone. He went there, he went straight to Naja Jogia's home. He went in the home and Naja Jogia saw him કે ભગવાન તમે આયા છો? તમને કેવી રીતે ખબર પડે? How did you know that all this was going on? તે વખતે શ્રીજી મહારાજે વાત કરી કે તારું ભજન જે છે ને એ બ્રહ્માંડોને બેધી નાખે એવું છે તો મારે કાને ના પહોંચે? Your bhajan and prarthana echoed through the universes, so wouldn't it reach my ears? Maharaj rests. He tells Naja Jogia ke here, remove the thorns from my feet. When Naja Jogia saw Shiji Maharaj's feet, એટલા બધા કાંટા આવી રીતે અંદર આવી રીતે પેસી ગયા હતા. He thought to himself કે મારા જેવા છેલ્લી કોટીના ભક્ત માટે આટલું ભગવાન સહન કરે છે. Shiji Maharaj later on went to Vasur Khachar, put him into samadhi. Vasur Khachar realized his mistakes, but Naja Jogiaની રક્ષા કરી. This was Shiji Maharaj's pratigna, કે ભક્તોની રક્ષા કરવી. ગમે તે સંજોગો, ગમે તે સમય, ગમે તે પરિસ્થિતિની અંદર Shiji Maharaj આવી રીતે ભક્તવત્સલપણું આવી રીતે હરિભક્તો માટે રાખતા હતા. Even when the forces of nature were beyond control, Shiji Maharaj was there more than ever. The most inspiring example of this is during one of the worst famines to hit Gujarat in the past 500 years. It was called Agnoterno Kad. It was, according to the Indian calendar, in 1869, which is why it was called Agnoter. But according to the modern calendar, it happened between 1811 and 1812. Historical records of the time show that close to 1 to 1.5 million people in the northern parts of India, from Bengal to Madhya Pradesh to Rajasthan, into Gujarat, down to Bombay, died in this famine. The rains essentially stopped for 2 to 2.5 years. And to make things worse, swarms of locusts are grasshopper type of insects. They traveled from Rajasthan into Gujarat, and whatever little crops were actually growing, it destroyed that as well. There was a historian, his name was J.R. Karnik. He was a British resident living in Gujarat. At that time, in his memoirs, he had written, the total mortality of Ahmedabad was estimated to be 100,000 souls. Whilst at Baroda, the numbers of Marwadis who died in a single day could scarcely be counted. And the return of burials in 24 hours often exceeded 500 bodies. એવું કહેવાતું હતું કે અમદાવાદની અંદર, in Ahmedabad, just because they didn't have enough wood to cremate everyone, they started to tear down homes. એને ઘરોમાંથી લાકડું લઈને આવી રીતે લોકોને આવી રીતે અગ્નિ સંસ્કાર કરતા હતા. Look, this is the situation. No rain means no crops. No crops means no food for man or for animals. No food for animals, meaning no grass for the cows to eat, means no milk for man to eat. It's a vicious cycle. India was and is even today a predominantly agrarian society. No rain means no farming, means no life. In those days, there are so many examples that show us how bad this famine was. Near Saranpur, there's a small mandir called the Bhimnath Mandir. It was very famous for years for the Sadavrats, all of the free food they would give to the poor. During Agnoterno Kad, the situation was so bad that people would line up, 1,000 people, 2,000 people, 3,000 people. They would line up for what? Just for a small scoop of thulu. Thulu is literally porridge. પણ પ્રશ્ન શું થાય કે ઘણીવાર એ થૂલું ખૂટી જાય તો રાહ જોવામાં છે ને બધા આવી રીતે અધીરા થાય. People would become impatient. They would start pushing each other. So the person who was serving, if the people who were begging for the food, if they became too impatient and they started pushing too much, the person serving the food, he would push them back. But what would happen is that they were so famished, so weak, કોઈ શક્તિ જ નહોતી. તે એકને ધક્કો મારે ને તો એ પડે, પછી પાછળવાળો પડે, ત્રીજો પડે. Like dominoes, hundreds of people would just go falling down the hill. એવી પરિસ્થિતિની અંદર આ અગ્નિતેરનો કાળ થયો. And even worse, British chronicles of the Bombay Company speak of wealthy merchants who would hoard and hide grains to raise the prices. This is something that we call today price gouging. But even in these times, Shiji Maharaj put society before his own safety. Historians of the time also take note of the relief work done by Sajanand Swami and his sadhus, the social reformer. Shiji Maharaj કેટલો દાખલો કર્યો. 1 year before the famine became very bad, Shiji Maharaj got word that the famine was going to continue, the rains were not going to come. So he started to warn the Haribhaktos કે આ દુષ્કાળ આવવાનો છે. જેતલપુરની અંદર શ્રીજી મહારાજે બધાને આવી રીતે સાવચેતી આપી. હરિભક્તો સંતો વિસનગરથી આવ્યા હતા અને તે વખતે they told મહારાજ કે મહારાજ ભિક્ષા પૂરી થતી નથી. No one has food to even give us. તો શ્રીજી મહારાજ એ લોકોને વાત કરી કે હજી તો દેશકાળ ખરાબ થવાના છે. આ સત્સંગમાં તો કેટલાક ભાઈઓ એવા છે કે ફક્ત સિંગોડો અત્યારે ખાઈને અત્યારે જીવે છે, માટે તમે તૈયારી રાખજો. They are Haribhakto, they are devotees right now in our satsang who are living just off of chestnuts and very, very આવી રીતે feeble food. શ્રીજી મહારાજ છે ને એ નાદરી ગામ ગયા હતા, લોયા ગામ ગયા હતા. હરિભક્તોને આવી રીતે વોર્નિંગ આપે છે કે અનાજનો સંગ્રહ કરો, meaning start gathering all of your grains. Gather your grains and sell your cattle in exchange for food stocks. Shiji Maharaj agar vicharan chalu rakhe છે. He goes to Gadara. In Gadara, it was the Hari Jayanti Utsav, but in Hari Jayanti, the main updesh, the main message of the Utsav, he warns everyone in Katha. Times are going to be tough. The famine will continue. During the Hari Jayanti Utsav, there were these two Hari Bhakto. Their names were Pujabai and Kakabai, very famous in satsang history. They're from the Gam of Methan. They came and they heard Shiji Maharaj's warning. એટલે ગભરાઈ ગયા. And they thought to themselves, they spoke internally, they're like, ઘરે જઈને થોડુંક તો ભેગું કરવું પડશે. We should sell off our cattle and gather some grains instead. Mentally, they planned everything. But as they were leaving the Utsav, they met a Hari Bhakt. His name was Mulji Sheth. And Mulji Sheth asked them, શું છે? And they said, કે જો મહારાજ આવું કીધું છે, we're going to go home and start gathering grains. Mulji Sheth કે ના, એવું કશું થવાનું નથી. Don't worry about it. હવે આ લોકો છે ને શ્રીજી મહારાજના વચનમાં વિશ્વાસ ના રાખ્યો અને they believe Mulji Sheth. They go કે વાંધો નહીં, તો આપણે તો કશું કરવું નથી. What happened to them? We'll find out later. Maharaj starts Vicharan to tell everyone. Just think, in those days, there was no social media. There was no emails, no news channels. The way we get news today about all of the different movements that's going on in the epidemic, how did everyone find out back then? શ્રીજી મહારાજ જાતે આવી રીતે વિચરણમાં નીકળી જ ગયા. એ જાતે નક્કી કર્યું કે આપણે બધાને જણાવવું જ પડશે, બધાને આવી રીતે એજ્યુકેશન કરાવવું જ પડશે. શ્રીજી મહારાજ went ગામ to ગામ. He went from Vankia, he went to Kotada, he went to Nadol, he went to Bandia. In Bandia ગામ છે ને શ્રીજી મહારાજ met Jhutha Sheth and he told them કે આ બધું તમે ભેગું કરજો. Don't waste anymore. તમે તમારા ગાયો જે હોય, your cattle, start selling it off and start gathering grains. And he specifically told them કે મારા વચનમાં વિશ્વાસ રાખજો, તમે કાકાભાઈ અને પૂજાભાઈ જેવું કરતા નહીં. When Shiji Maharaj went to Gondal, in Gondal the situation was that because Shiji Maharaj was so loved by the Naresh, meaning the king of Gondal, normally when he went to Gondal, the Naresh of Gondal would invite Shiji Maharaj to his palace. Then Shiji Maharaj would obviously have to go and spend time with him. But Shiji Maharaj didn't have time right now. His priority was to save his Hari Bhakto, to give everyone the word of the famine. તો એ ગુપ્તવાસા આવી રીતે કોઈને ખબર ના પડે. In a way that no one found out, he went into Gondal, he told all of the Bhakto, he told people in society કે આ famine આવવાનું છે. Shiji Maharaj Gondalથી નીકળી ગયા. He went to Upleta, he went to Bhadra, he went to Pipalia, he went to Panchara, અને કેટલા બધા ગામો વચ્ચે પણ Shiji Maharaj જીયા. Then Shiji Maharaj made his way back to Gadara. When Shiji Maharaj came back to Gadara, Shiji Maharaj told everyone, now we need to start our own Sadavrat here. Sadavrat? Everyone said, Maharaj, Sadavrat kariye, giving out free grains, but where are we going to get the grains from? Little did they know that Shiji Maharaj, months before, he had sold off so many cows, so much cattle, and stocked up on grains without anyone knowing. He had gathered rice from the Ahmedabad Dashkoshi area. He also told Jinabai that go back to Panchara and start our Sadavrat there. The monsoon season is now passing. The rain still doesn't come. Shiji Maharaj decides that it's time for even more drastic measures. શ્રીજી મહારાજ શું કરે છે? શ્રીજી મહારાજ પછી જાહેર કરી દેશે. હી એનાઉન્સીસ કે હવે કોઈને ઉપદેશ આપવો નથી. નો કથા, નો સભા, નો મોર દાદા ખાચર દરબાર. શ્રીજી મહારાજ ગુપ્તવાસમાં જતા રહેશે. He goes into hiding. He grows his hair out long. He grows his beard out long. He wears a kachi pidi topi, a yellow kachi hat on his head, so that way no one can recognize him. Shiji Maharaj goes into hiding, but when he goes into hiding, what does he do? If he's in one gam, he instructs the people that are at guard to tell them that Shiji Maharaj is another gam. So for example, if he's in Garada, they would say he's in Karyani. If he's in Karyani, they'd say he's in Loya. And so anywhere you try to go, you wouldn't be able to find Maharaj. Why? Because Shiji Maharaj knew that if Hari Bhaktos gather, we'd have to feed them more than we have. It would stop the unnecessary gathering to save on our food stocks. Even today, people ask, why did Mansai Maharaj go to Nanpur? Why is he there in Ekant? It's more for us than for him. It's more so that we're safe. કે જેથી કરીને આપણે કંઈ ના થાય. રાતે શ્રીજી મહારાજ છે ને ઘણીવાર તો એવું કરતા હતા કે કોઈને ખબર ના પડે ને તો એકલા ઘોડી પર બેસીને એ પોતે આવી રીતે અનાજ લઈને બધા આવી રીતે ગામોમાં જાય. સો ફોર એક્ઝામ્પલ, ઇફ હીઝ ઇન ગઢડા, ઇફ હીઝ ઇન પંચાડા કે ગમે તે ગામમાં શ્રીજી મહારાજ હોય તો he would get on a ઘોડી and he'd go to the gams nearby અને ત્યાં બધાને અનાજ આપે. Shiji Maharaj would do this for days at a time. Once, early in the morning, before the sun even came up, Shiji Maharaj came to Botad. And he came near Hamir Khacher's place. Hamir Khacher is a Hari Bhakt of Shiji Maharaj. And far away, Hamir Khacher, he saw this person coming. But the problem is that he saw somebody with long hair, a long beard, this yellow topi on his head. And he was like, this is just another beggar who's coming for food. And Hamir Khacher was actually running a sadavrat. He was giving out alms to all the people who needed it. So he just yelled at him. He goes, Agar tame jao, go in the front. You can get your food there. He went to the front, this person. And then when he went to get to the food, he asked for water. Ke mane pani apso? ત્યારે હમીર ખાચરના ઘરવાળા, હિઝ વાઇફ, રિયલાઇઝ કે આ તો શ્રીજી મહારાજ પોતે છે. શ્રીજી મહારાજ આવી પરિસ્થિતિની અંદર હરિભક્તોની કેટલી સેવા કરી. શ્રીજી મહારાજ then instructed his સંતોષ, મુક્તાનંદ સ્વામી, ગુણાતીતાનંદ સ્વામી, નિષ્કુળાનંદ સ્વામી, બ્રહ્માનંદ સ્વામી કે તમે સદાવ્રત દરેક જગ્યાએ તમે ચાલુ કરી નાખો. ગરડા, સારંગપુર, જુનાગઢ, બધે દરેક જગ્યાએ આવી રીતે અનાજ જેટલું પણ મંદિરમાં હોય ને બધું આપી જ દો. And it wasn't just giving out free food, huh? Shiji Maharaj understood the emotional distress people were in as well. What happened in one gam is that the rich and prominent people who lived in the gam, they weren't coming for the sadavrat. They weren't coming for the free food. Why? Because they were embarrassed to beg. These are the people who were the leaders of the town, the people who used to help other people. એ લોકોને શરમ આવતી હતી. શ્રીજી મહારાજને ખાવો પડીને એટલે સંતોને કીધું કે એક કામ કરો, આ સદાવ્રત છે ને એ રાતે ચાલુ રાખો કે જેથી કરીને અંધારાની અંદર આ પૈસાદાર માણસો જે છે ને એ લોકો આવીને જતા રહે ને કોઈને ખબર પડે નહીં. તકલીફ એને છે તે છતાં શ્રીજી મહારાજ હજી he thought about their emotions. He thought about what they were thinking in their hearts. He even looked out for those who disregarded his warnings. શ્રીજી મહારાજે છે ને દેહા ખાચરને કીધું હતું કે મિત્ર હોય કે દુશ્મન હોય કે ભેદભાવ રાખવો નહીં. ફ્રેન્ડ ઓર ફો બધાને આપવાનું જ, બહુ ચિંતા કરવાની જ નહીં. હવે રિમેમ્બર કાકાભાઈ અને પૂજાભાઈ, Shiji Maharaj went to Methan one night. કોઈને ખબર ના પડે એવી રીતે મહારાજ ત્યાં ગયા હતા. There was a Brahman Hari Bhakt, his name was Vipradev Shankar. શ્રીજી મહારાજ એને ઘરે રોકાયા હતા અને શ્રીજી મહારાજ કહે છે કે આપણે ભિક્ષા માગવા જઈએ. એને કીધું કે તમે ભિક્ષા માગવા જાઓ. એની સર કે કાકાભાઈ પૂજાભાઈને તમે આવી રીતે એમની પાસે જાઓ. By this point, કાકાભાઈ અને પૂજાભાઈ છે ને, they were starving. કોઈ પણ પ્રકારનું ખાવાનું એ લોકો પાસે નહોતું. Why? Because they didn't heed to Shiji Maharaj's warnings. They didn't gather any grains. એટલે એ લોકો પાસે કશું હતું જ નહીં. તે છતાં શ્રીજી મહારાજે દેવશંકરને કીધું કે એ લોકોને બોલાવી લેજો. They came. શ્રીજી મહારાજે એ લોકોને અનાજ આપ્યું ને રાજી કર્યા. શ્રીજી મહારાજ છે ને, he went above and beyond. Emotionally, physically and spiritually. He was there for his Hari Bhakto. The same Bhaktavatsal Panu that we saw in Shiji Maharaj, we see today in Pramukh Swami Maharaj and Mahant Sai Maharaj. Pramukh Swami Maharaj went above and beyond in every situation. In 2001, when the earthquake hit Bhuj, thousands were crushed and killed. Hundreds of thousands were left homeless. When this happened, Pramukh Swami Maharaj mobilized 100 santo and almost 500 volunteers immediately. હજારો હરિભક્તોને રોજ જમાડતા હતા. ખાલી હરિભક્તો નહીં, જેને ખાવાની જરૂર હોય. શ્રીજી પ્રમુખ સ્વામી મહારાજ છે ને તે વખતે બોચાસનમાં હતા. He would stay up until 1 in the morning. He'd stay up until midnight talking to the santos. રોજ રિપોર્ટ લે કે શું થયું, કેમ થયું, કેટલા જણને જમાડ્યા, ખાવાનું આપ્યું કે નહીં, કપડાં આપ્યા કે નહીં, કેવી રીતે વ્યવસ્થા ચાલે છે. રોજ આવી રીતે બાપા છે ને રાતે 12-1 વાગ્યા સુધી સંતો સાથે રિપોર્ટ લે. But this was at the macro level. Look at the micro level of his Bhaktavatsalpanu. After 15 days, Bapa was taking report from all of the santos. And while he was taking report, the santos, they told him, ke, Bapa, atla hajaro jamya. Every day we're feeding this many thousand people in this location. We're feeding this many thousand people in this location. At that time, Bapa said, he said, the masses are coming. But those who are wealthy, they may be ashamed to come to beg for food. તો સંતોએ કીધું કે બાપા એમાં તો હવે અત્યારે તો એમાં શું આપણે વિચારવું, બિકોઝ એ લોકોને ખાવાનું જોઈતું હોય તો આવું તો પડે ને. બાપા કે ના એવું નહીં, એ લોકોને શરમ આવતી હોય ને તો આપણે તો ટિફિન લાવી, ટિફિન ભરીને એને ઘરે ઘરે પહોંચાડવું. Not only that, પ્રમુખ સ્વામી મહારાજ, after a few days, he even told the santos કે તમે ખાવાનું તો આપો છો, પણ લોકો નખ કઈ રીતે કાપશે, દાઢી કઈ રીતે કરશે, તો તમારે નખ કાપવાના સાથે nail cutters, shaving blades, એ કે આ બધી વસ્તુઓ તમે આપો કે જેથી કરીને his normal lifestyle can come back into play. Mahant Swami Maharaj, same way, constantly thinking of the sick, the poor, the elderly, the people who are in need. A few months ago, we were reading the report of Mahant Swami Maharaj from 2019. There's a small prasang in which he was walking out of the bathroom in the morning, and while he was walking out of the bathroom, his sevaks were holding his hand, but just at that time, his foot, it sort of slid on the floor. When his foot slid on the floor, he stopped. The sevaks asked him, ke, Swami, tam kem ubha rahe? He said that this floor is slippery. And the sevaks, they said, yeah, એ તો slippery તો છે. તો મહંત સ્વામીએ કીધું કે આયા તો તમે મારા હાથ પકડો છો એટલે લપસી ના જઈએ. But there's so many senior citizens out there. એટલા બધા વડીલો એવા હોય છે કે જેના ઘરમાં કે મંદિરમાં એ જે આવી રીતે ચાલતા હોય બાથરૂમમાં તો લપસી જવાય એવું હોય છે. તો આપણે કંઈક કરવું જોઈએ, કંઈક મૂકવું જોઈએ, like those non-slip sort of sticky tape and things like that. તો સંતો કીધું કે બરાબર છે. But Mahant Swami went one step even further. He said કે તમે અમદાવાદમાં જણાવો કે સ્વામિનારાયણ પ્રકાશની અંદર જાહેરાત કરે કે જ્યાં આવી રીતે દુનિયાની અંદર આવા વડીલો રહેતા હોય, these senior citizens, wherever they're living. So in the mandir or at your homes, you should create some sort of system that they don't slip in the bathroom. હવે આવું કોણ વિચાર કરે? But this is the mindset of Bhagwan. This is the mindset of એકાંતિક સત્પુરુષ. એ લોકોને કાયમ વિચાર થતો હોય કે what can I do for my devotee? What can I do for the world? This is their Bhaktavatsalpanu. Throughout history, times of pain and despair have come to all civilizations, and actually much worse than even what we are seeing today. Today, the world is affected by a pandemic, COVID-19, and it chooses its victims beyond caste, color, and creed. But Maharaj is with us, physically, emotionally, spiritually. પણ શું કરીએ આપણે? આપણે શું કરવાનું? ગુણાતીતાનંદ સ્વામી કહે છે કે આપણે શું કરવું જોઈએ. ગુણાતીતાનંદ સ્વામી એવું કહે છે કે છોકરાને બીક લાગે ને ત્યારે મા બાપને ગળે બાજી પડવું, એટલે રક્ષા તો કરે જ. When a small child is scared, what does he do? He jumps on his parents. એટલે પછી એના પેરેન્ટ્સ તો એની રક્ષા તો કરે ને. એવી રીતે આપણે ભગવાન પાસે જઈએ ને તો આપણી રક્ષા કરે ને કરે જ. In Vachnamrut, Garra, section 2, number 62, Shiji Maharaj has said that when a devotee of God experiences hardships of any kind, it should be known that the source of those miseries is not God, karma, or maya. In actual fact, it is God himself who inspires hardships to befall upon his devotees in order to test their patience. Then, just as a man hides behind a curtain and watches, God hides in the heart of his devotee, and from there he observes the devotee's patience. Besides, who are Kal, Karma, and Maya that they could harm a devotee of God? So realizing it to be God's wish, a devotee of God should remain cheerful. કે એ ભક્ત છે ને એ તો મગન જ રહે. On March 18th of this year, Mahant Swami Maharaj sent a letter to all of the Haribhakto and BAPS, and he echoed the same level of care for all of our Haribhakto and society in general, for the entire world. Swami Shri stated, he is praying for everyone who is inflicted with the coronavirus, but even more importantly for the medical workers who are caring for them. He prayed for the world leaders who are working around the clock to look for a solution. He prayed that we safeguard each other in unity and, more importantly, with honesty and integrity. And most importantly, he prayed that we do the same, that we pray as well. And આપણે વિશ્વાસ રાખીએ. We trust him, that what he does is for our good. it's time to intensify our faith. It's time to intensify our bhajan, our bhakti. Maharaj heard the prayers and bhajan of the devotees of Isnagar. He heard it of Naja Jogia, and even during the times of Agnat and Nokad. And today, he is listening to our bhajan as well, because he is Bhaktavatsal Shiji Maharaj. Shri Swaminarayan Bhagwan Jai.
Thank you for joining us today and listening with such devotion. Bhagwan Swaminarayan has taught us the power of listening to Katha. It purifies our mind and brings us closer to God. So if this Katha helped you, give it a like, subscribe for more, and share it with someone you care about. Until next time, Jai Swaminarayan.